In this video, we'll learn how you can find and replace a particular text or a subtext in Excel. We will use a function called substitute. So before we take this example, let's just learn the basics of substitute. So here I have one cell, which is a quote from Bilbo Baggins, if you know the character. And there's a typo here, right? So I can, of course, go ahead and change the typo, but I can do search and replace using a substitute function. So the syntax of substitute function is pretty simple. So we start with equals to, and then type substitute. Now, as you type, Excel automatically shows you the recommended formula. Once you find the right one, you can simply press tab. You don't have to type the whole thing. So you press tab, and now it shows you the actual syntax. The first one is the actual text, and so that is this one. And then we want to see to input what is the old text. So I just say, right, and then the new text, which is the fixing a typo. Now anything in this square bracket is an optional syntax. So that means that we don't really need to use substitute function. But if you do need, basically it's if you have multiple instances of the same text, you can even specify which instance you want to replace. Okay. In this case, we don't really need to worry. So I will end bracket and press enter. And you can see now it fixed the actual typo here. So this is a very basic example, but where would this be really useful, right? So let's take an example. So here I have a number of phone numbers, and then let's say I probably ask user to input the numbers, and of course different people type the phone number in different ways. And so one way is, I mean, this is just a small list, but if you have a large list and you want to fix this, because you see there are some brackets, there are some who use spaces, there are some who have used a dash and so on. And so how can we fix this? And so substitute function can come pretty handy, right? And so let's say you start with substitute. And then let's say we want to remove all these special characters, spaces, and then hyphen, and then just have the 10-digit phone number, right? And so I can start with this. And then I say, well, let's take the bracket. That is my old text. And then my new text is just the empty bracket, right? And then and a bracket for substitute. And you can see it removed this one, but you see there's still one of these left, and then others. So I mean, you can keep on adding to that different columns, and then finally you just remove it, or you can combine all the substitutes in one shot. Now this is going to be sort of ugly, but what it doesn't automatically picks number of substitute text, and so we have to almost cascade in. And so here is what I mean. So just to say I want to replace anything with this one, space or hyphen, and then replace all of them into a just nothing, right? And so we need 1, 2, 3, and 4 substitute function. So here is how I start. So substitute. And then the next thing is the one that we need text, but I'm going to write another substitute function because we want to have 4 substitution of same text. So there's 1, 2, again I'll do substitute, 3 and 4. Okay, so now finally we are ready to apply all these replacements. So I'm going to select this text, and then let's start with this bracket, and then we are just putting 2 double quote without any space. That means that we basically want to just have no character there, right? Basically remove this. So we are done with this substitute. So then comma. Now we will do the and bracket, and then two empty bracket quotes. Then again we close the substitute. As you close, you can see it starts to close some of the stuff. Then we want to do space, so comma, double quote, space, double quote, and then nothing there. And finally we want hyphen, right? And then and bracket. So it looks kind of ugly, but yeah, I mean, all we are doing is combining all the substitution in single shot. Now there are other ways to do it, but at least if you are really running, short of time, you just don't need to learn all kind of formulas and fancy stuff. I mean, you can simply get the job done with this, right? And so I'm going to press enter, and you can see it removed all these brackets, spaces, and hyphens and all those. And if I extend this, now you can see all these phone numbers are nicely cleaned, right? So this is how you basically use substitute function to quickly find and replace a text or anything in the cell, and then replace it with a new text or nothing and so on. So I hope you learned something new today. If you did, please click on the like button. And if you like the content of this channel, then please subscribe to my channel. All right. Thank you.